Good day, CEA. This is Kristen Luevanos, your chapter president, and I hope you all are doing well. Not including today, you have 3 days of school left. So I hope you are all ready for the summer and that you take time for yourselves, even those of you who are teaching summer school. So, first, t-shirts, please come and get shirts. We have many shirts in all sizes from small to 5X. Our larges are running low. I think we only have like 5 or 6 larges left. So if you need extra shirts, because next year we will be wearing them. So please, please, please have shirts to wear for next year. I did throw in the newsletter a picture from the UTLA, the United Teachers Los Angeles, and SEIU rally that I went to that just shows a sea of red and then some purple because purple is SEIU. And just really how strong it looks when all the teachers are wearing the same color, right? It's visual, it's not that difficult. And it's really just a symbol of where we stand, right? United as one. Next, my president release is coming to an end. This year, my release was funded through CTA, and I thank them for that. That allowed me to do a lot, get back to members quicker. It allowed me to do the newsletters regularly, meet with district peoples as well as get to school sites when needed. Next year, I will not have that. Next year, I will be back in the classroom. Leadership is looking at trying to see if we have the funding for some things such as like 1-period release or 2-period release, since I'm a secondary teacher. So we're looking at that, and I will keep you up to date. Next, please get in your site rep paperwork. We're really trying to have this done at the end of this year, so we're not scrambling for next year at the beginning. So please, please, please get in your site rep paperwork, and please consider being a site rep. It is work, but the awesome thing is you learn how much power you have, right? And you have and you really learn how to support others at your site. So please consider being a site rep, and we meet once a month. There are some things that you have to do on top of that, like maybe pick up stuff from the union office and things like that. But it's really just attending meetings, listening, as well as being the go-to at your site if someone has an issue and needs support. So if you like supporting your fellow educators and members, please consider doing that. The end of the year union survey, we've only had 107 members fill out this survey out of over 850. We're a little under 900 right now, so that's why I wanted to say 850. Really what's happened is because lower enrollment, we have less teachers. So that's in a sense why we have that. But please, please fill it out. A survey wearing t-shirts is what we in organizing and bargaining stress tests. They tell leadership how strong membership is and what they're willing to do. If members aren't willing to fill out a quick survey, then there's no way that we can plan bigger events. There's no way that we can even consider striking. There's no way we can pressure the district even more. So I know it sounds silly and you're like, oh, it's one more thing. But if you don't do it, that's a sign to leadership that you won't do the bigger things, right? And so that's what we call it in organizing, is a stress test. The T-shirt Tuesdays, a stress test. The 10-minute meetings, a stress test. All those are stress tests to see how strong our membership is. And because of the last few years and everything that has happened, we have really, our stress tests aren't coming back that well. So we really need membership to be aware that we're looking at these things to see how they're willing to fight. We hear you want what UTLA got, which we already got half of that. You want what Inglewood got. You want what, but you're not doing the same that they're doing. And so that's that disconnect, right? UTLA sends out a survey, and within 24 hours, they have a majority of their members responding, right? And so that is a huge difference. If we had that response at that moment, we know our membership is strong and our membership will go the distance, right? And so we have to know that you're willing to do it in order to go that distance, right? So this is the sign to our bargaining team as well. The key is, if we fight, we win. If we fight, we win. And I personally want to fight for better classroom working conditions. I know a lot of people are focused on salary and healthcare, and that is a big deal too, especially with inflation. But for me, I want to fight for, decent furniture in the classroom. I want to fight for infrastructure being fixed. I would love the fact that our counselors, that we'd have academic counselors as well as mental and emotional counselors, so that counselors aren't being spread thin, being asked to do everything, right? So these are things that we can fight for. I would love to fight for limited testing, right? And only having benchmarks on 1 or 2 days. And if kids miss it, they miss it. Not having this push to make up, which ends up resulting in 2 weeks of testing. I would love all these things. And for some of you, you're like, oh, we can't do that. Yes, we can. We can fight for whatever we want to fight for to make Compton educational system better. And so we have to be willing to do that. A lot of us I hear is, well, why do we have to fight? It's just common sense. Because people do not listen unless they're forced to listen. Reminds me of Frederick Douglass' famous quote about, power concedes nothing without being forced to, in a sense. I paraphrase, right? That power does not give up their power unless forced to. So that's where we're at, right? We have to realize that nothing is going to be handed over for free. Even though we work our tushies off in the classroom, nothing will be handed to us. Even though we work our tushies off as RSP teachers, as counselors, as school psychologists, as nurses, we work our tushies off, but yet the district will continue to do what it does until we stand and say no more. Okay, so that's my little spiel on the end of the year survey. Get it done. And next year, when we ask you to wear your red shirts, wear them. Please come and pick them up, because this is real talk right now. We will not get what we desire and what we need unless we fight for it. Next, bargaining. That leads me to bargaining. We do have a few dates in the pipeline for the summer. Our bargaining team is willing to fight for you during the summer. Use their time off to do the work. And yeah, we have some dates, but we're just finalizing a few things. Once we have those dates, we will let you know. Plus, there will be some back and forth anyways of proposals during the summer as well. And lastly, the union building. We own this building. 2/3 of our budget goes towards this building. So a lot of people are like, where does our money go? Realize that CTA takes about almost 70% of your monthly. Well, no, it's 60 something. NEA takes about 15. And then the rest of it, about, I would say, $30 a month goes to us from your dues. That said, out of that $30 a month, 20 goes to this building in some sort, right? Paying the mortgage, paying all the bills, things like that. So only $10 of your monthly dues goes to things such as activities, conferences, workshops, food for all that stuff. So do understand that that's how that works. I know a lot of members are always like, well, what about, I pay this much in dues. Yeah, a lot of that goes to CTA and NEA because they fight for things at the state level and national level. State level, that's why Newsom is fully funding the COLA, right? So there's things that happen at the state level that CTA supports. That said, the building needs you. We have a lot of work. This building is almost 20 years old. And there's a lot of work that needs to be done on this building. Here's a few things. Our ceiling needs repair in the emergency exit staircase. Drywall needs repair due to a leaky roof we had, but a local roofers union came in and fixed the roof. So that was awesome. And we need carpet fixed upstairs and downstairs. If you know someone, if you have a good handyman or whatever, or you know how to do some stuff and are willing to help us out, please reach out to me because really, I don't want our dues to be eaten up even more by this building. Even though it is an investment and it is important, I would like to use more of our dues money for things such as fighting for a better contract, right? So please reach out, let me know. If you do not know how to do maintenance or don't have a handyman that you love, things like that you cannot come and let me know. Please do know that in the last 20 years, this building has been stuffed full of paperwork, a lot of paperwork. We know what we have to keep per CTA and we know what we can get rid of and shred. So we've been slowly going through it. This summer, we plan on doing a lot more of that. If you would like to donate a day or two to come in and help sift through paperwork, if you've been to our union office, you know there's a big storage bin in our parking lot that's full of papers. So please be willing to donate some time to also free up some space here to clean out this building so that we can use it more for really our actions so that this place becomes a hub of activity to really get what we need in the classrooms to improve the education in Compton. Okay, that said, that was a lot. I really hope you guys enjoy your summer. I will pretty much be here almost every day with the exception of a few days during the summer. So if you have questions, if you have concerns, or if you just want to know more, reach out, but please make sure you get that survey done. If your rep has not given you the survey, they're busy too. And we understand. You can always email me your name, your site, and that you would like the survey. And I could always send you a link for that survey. So please get it done. Next year, get your t-shirts ready for T-shirt Tuesdays. Also, be thinking about things like going to school board meetings, speaking at school board meetings, picketing, helping with political action committee, reaching out to the community, things like that. Because we can change CUSD to be what we know Compton deserves. But we have to be willing to do the work. Okay, I hope you all had a great year, and I'll see you all later. Bye.